Salute, peace. We black. Digital Soapbox Network. KAM-PAIN show live Monday. Motivation. March 10th. Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims. 10th day of Ramadan. 10 is this very significant number. The real number of completion. God standing with us. God in front of us. Zeros or this first zero. Jabril Ahmad, salute. First in the chat, Wrench Mob, God Mod Squad. Salute Big Mike, Mike McClendon. Man, we live, we here. We here. You see tonight's topic, Trump is a punishment weapon of the Most High on our people. Trump is a punishment weapon. You know, some of us think he's a blessing. He is a blessing, you know, ultimately, but he's a belt. Trump is a trumpet, a whip, a belt, a weapon, a weapon of the Most High. You know, he thinks he's a weapon of himself. He thinks he represents his own people, but he actually is a weapon of the Most High. And he's about to be used, or he's being used. So some of us knew that. Some of us already knew that it was time for that. That's why we wanted Trump to win, because Trump needs to blow his trumpet on us, make us let him go, let him and his people go like we should have been letting them go, because they let us go, but we still wanted to cling on to their scrotum, so they need to spray some raid on us. So the Trump is the instrument of raid to spray us fleas and ticks off of him and his people. BL Senior, salute. Ahmad, did you see his move on the pro-Palestinians? No, I didn't see that. What was his move on the pro-Palestinians, Jabril? Sugar 1, salute. Greetings to everybody in the chat. Man, thank you for being here and sharing your God power, your willpower, your intention, your thoughts. You know, all of that's priceless. Tell story meeting Eric Sermon and Ice Cube in 1992. Huh? I don't know what you mean, Mike. Dave Lartigue, Hub and the Dove, salute. Compton and Watts, we in here. The subject right now is Trump. The title, Trump. Trump is a punishment weapon of the Most High on our people. On our people. Trump. We talking about Trump. No disrespect. We're not talking about Cube and rap. Not here to talk about rap. You know what I'm saying? At least not yet. We maybe can talk about some of that after I get this main subject off. King Z, wa alaikum salam. Ramadan Mubarak. To the Muslims. Trump is a punishment. This is bigger than rap, entertainment, sports, politics, economics. Trump is somebody that you're going to have to deal with, somebody that's going to affect your life, just like Fauci and Biden affected your life with the Wuhan virus, with the Fauci jab. Trump is going to affect your life even more. Trump is going to affect your life even more. You know what I'm saying? Jabril said mass deportation and revoking citizenship if they are foreigners. I don't, of who? The Palestinians? I don't understand that. Mass deportation of who? And revoking whose citizenship? How can you revoke citizenship if you're a foreign? How can you be a citizen if you're a foreigner? So yeah, I don't understand that one. But yeah, Trump is instrument of the Most High to whip us into shape, to whip us into submission, I should say, to whip us into making us fit for the Most High. You know, I'm intentionally not saying Allah because I'm trying to be universally speak the universal language so everybody would get it. You won't be turned off if I'm saying Allah. A lot of us is emotional or childish or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to trigger you to be automatically on reject mode because I'm saying Allah, even though it is Allah that I'm talking about. but the Most High. Trump is a punishment / weapon, a punishment weapon of the Most High. Trump is a belt. Trump is a whip on us. When I say us, I mean the descendants of slaves, God's chosen people. Descendants of slaves or descendants of Native Indigenous, Native American, original indigenous, so-called Indian people of this hemisphere. Us and them. Trump is a whip to get us both in line, in order, in shape. Mike says Donald Trump calls out Black Americans on down stocks. I don't understand. Matter of fact, let me put this StreamYard link in the chat, because y'all know I'm notorious for not understanding, not wanting to read and try to comprehend certain text messages. Like, it's just like texting in real life. Like, if you something really important that you got to say, man, you definitely need to say it with your mouth instead of texting it. Trump, just like Woodrow Wilson, Coolidge, Truman, and others, had a hood in the closet, but also comes down hard on his enemies. Yeah. And what should the relationship be between us, Black people, descendants of slaves, and the people with the hoods or the people with the swastikas? Is there a difference between the people with the swastikas and the people with the white hoods and the white sheets? Is there a difference? If y'all know the difference, maybe we can talk about that. I didn't want to put that in the title, of course. But is there a difference? Because we got a pretty good understanding. I'm talking about we in the Nation of Islam got a pretty good understanding with the people in the with the swastikas and the white sheets. Why don't the rest of our people seem to have that good of understanding and agreement with them? That's something we can talk about. We got a pretty good understanding and agreement with them. They ain't giving us no problems like that. They actually helped us. That's something that our ignorant people that's getting whipped on, that need to get whipped, is falsely accusing the nation of that. The Nation of Islam was founded by the KKK or something. No, Nation of Islam wasn't founded by no KKK, but allegedly a KKK affiliate who was a billionaire oil baron did give the Honorable Elijah Muhammad some millions of dollars to buy our own farmland back in the, I think, 50s or the 60s or something. So why would he do that? Why would a KKK put millions up for the Nation of Islam to have our own territory, our own farmland? Maybe you need to get with the nation. Maybe you need to find out what understanding the nation and the KKK or that member or whatever, or the nation and the American Nazi Party got. Maybe you need to find out. King Z, yep. Trump is revolution or revaluation. Trump is revaluation. The minister said he has a job to do. He said that back in 2019. Yeah. It's the real IV. No difference at all. No difference between the KKK and American Nazi Party. Well, I mean, that's, I feel that. BL, we both want the same thing. Well, not everything, but generally regarding us, we want the same thing in regards to all, separation. We want to be separated from each other. Oh, you said is you the only man left? Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's Ramadan, so I ain't entertaining no arguing. Michael McClendon, Donald Trump, both Black American, Donald Trump, both Black American, Native Americans today and past. I don't have no clue what you're talking about, Michael. No disrespect. I have no clue what you're talking about. That's why I put the StreamYard link up there. So you're welcome to hop on and let me and the people know what you mean, because I don't understand what you mean. Big Dave, because they scared to have separation when have our own lives and our own businesses, right? Right. Scared for us to have our own separations, our own separate everything. We think we can't function without them. Miss Lovelace, peace to you. Peace to you. Good to see you. Good to see you and hear from you. And prosper with our own Black Wall Street. Yeah, our own Black everything, especially our own Black schools, farms, grocery stores, hospitals, trade and commerce. You know what I'm saying? Especially schools and hospitals. Schools, hospitals, and farmland, grocery stores. That's all we really need, right? We are owed everything. We ain't owed just no farmland. We're owed state-of-the-art infrastructure, technology. We're owed all of that. Same thing they've been doing for the state of Israel. We are owed all of that. Monique, peace, Monique. Always good to see you. Salute, salute. So Trump is a punishment. Trump is a belt. Trump is a whip. Trump is a weapon of the Most High to whip us into shape, to whoop our backsides for holding on to them too long, for refusing to let them go and separate and exodus from them. Instead, we singing "We Shall Overcome" and trying to, do so-called protests because we want Trump to do what we want him to do. All this old Black Democratic boss girl, sister girl, ratchet, stick out your tongue, politric, the fruit pot of magician business. We need our behinds whooped. We need our behinds whooped, so we will let all of that go. So we about to see that. Trump is gonna, just like if y'all been following me for the last 2 years or something on here or on social, on my IG, but the last past going on a year or a half, when I've been trying to warn our sisters and our brothers that's enabling and coddling and patronizing and pandering to our sisters on this whole politics thing, like they the boss chicks, that we got rid of the orange man the first time and we this and we that and we ain't having it. Just making yourself a big old target, and watch what the orange man and the KKK and the American Nazi parties, all of them people, Trump supporters on whatever faction they call, they said, watch. Trump already setting it up. He already making it legal, and like he gonna give them the green light. Trump giving them the green light. Whip on them. Whip on them. Yeah. Yeah. Because what else should be done with us? If we rejecting our own nation, our own leader, our own organization, our own government, we rejecting all of that. We celebrating integrating into their system. We celebrating I got a position in government, in Pharaoh's government. Our sisters especially celebrating and bragging and protesting and screaming and arguing and accusing and act like they really fighting and act like they talking about impeaching Trump. Now you want to get together and impeach Trump. Okay. Yeah. And all by the influence of small cap battery in the back zaddy. Because battery in the back zaddy still, controls the money and media. So that's why they still at it. They still think they got action. They still think they got the power and the influence to actually hurt Donald Trump and his followers, his people. Pure insanity. It's just gonna it has made you a clear, loud target that's so easy to hit. And watch how they start getting hit. Watch what you're gonna see. Now let them talk. Kalia Harris, was gonna change things. Yeah, right. Yeah. Azim, salute. I'm just trying to tell you. In a minute or two, he'll go after the rainbow people. He already doing that. He already is penalizing and making it criminal for schools to continue pushing the rainbow curriculum or pushing transition type stuff. Any school that's pushing that gets their funding immediately seized or stopped. So he already doing it. So going after them in the form of sanctions or in the form of stopping they turning their faucet off, turning their money off. No money, no support, and you criminalized. Now, if I see you do it, not only are you not getting no money, it's a criminal offense. Executive order. So that's already going against so many of the people that came out. They was lured out. They was deceived and lured out and made you think it was okay to be a freak and wild, anti-nature rainbow situation. So now they out. They out. You know what I'm saying? He drew them out just to spray them with the trumpet, spray them with the raid. Now they out. So they have to, I guess, fight, you know what I'm saying, and be loud or whatever. And so they just easy targets. They just emotional, easy. They already, traumatized because, from my personal opinion, and this is my opinion, and this is satire. This is jokes and satire. It's just jokes and satire opinions. That if you already are coming out with that type of lifestyle, then you already dissatisfied. You already have some type of trauma or some type of serious issues against laws of nature. So you're functioning off 100% emotions, not logic, not reason. You function off emotion and rebellion against the laws of nature, rebellion against logic and reason. So it's easy to target emotional, loud people that's gonna get out there. I seen I don't know if this was France. I think it was Paris, France. Did y'all see all the little bunnies, the little bunnies out there with their shirt off with an American flag painted on their chest and something, a swastika or something. I guess they was protesting against America or Trump or something like that. Like, that's pure, like, what is that gonna do? You trying to promote the wild freedom to be a freak, freedom to be a abomination against the laws of nature, and they're getting women to do it. Like, okay, yeah, you drawing attention to yourself, but that's the attention that Trump is here to target and a whip on. You just make yourself an easy target. Thanks. And that's the same with our black sisters out here. Thanks. Keep on making noise. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send my dogs out. Yeah, keep making noise. Yeah. Make you easy to catch. King Z, JD Vance is definitely a white hood wearing dude. You can tell by the eyes. Mr. Majestic, this current administration is going to cause a new civil rights revolution. I don't think it's called a civil rights revolution. I think it's called Armageddon. It's way bigger than civil rights. It ain't got nothing to do with civil rights. This is revolution. This is God versus, this is Armageddon, God versus devil, or devil versus God. So yeah, it's bigger than civil rights revolution. Yeah. Pure 11, Walaikum Salam, salute. Wally 100, yep, childhood S trauma, SA trauma. Yeah. Only man, Elon Musk think that we should eliminate Medicare and Social Security benefits. So do I. Yeah, I think that more than Elon Musk and Trump do. Yeah. I think we should eliminate all of that and force us to do for self. What is Social Security? That's a in my opinion, that's one of the biggest scams ever. America is a corporation. What is a Social Security number for? We being sold. That's still, millions of dollars or something like that per Social Security number that you never see in your life. Somebody else is getting that money. And Medicare and Medicaid. So what? We can have free Fauci juice. We can have more Fauci juice. No, I think just like that. That's part of our problem. All of them little so-called programs is keeping us tied to Pharaoh. And that's exactly what need to be cut off first. Pure 11 is going to be a revolution of law, government, taxes, tariffs. So revolution, it means to revolve, right? The root word in revolution is revolve. So I don't think you mean revolve. I think you mean something else. So America will never, the fall of America is not a revolution. That's not a revolutionary war. Revolution means something is going to revolve and come back to being, come back to the same place or something. Revolve. Revolution. America will never be great, and America will not survive. So this is the end of America. So it's not a revolution. It's the destruction. It's the fall of Babylon. It's the fall of America. So it's not called revolutions. It's called war. Yeah. Change is what I meant. Well, it's not even change. It's destruction. The fall of America means the fall of an empire don't mean it's changing. It means it's being destroyed. It's being removed. So we gotta call it what it really is. Facts, they stealing us blind, Miss Lovelace. Yeah, all of that's a scam. All this DEI hire, all that whole thing that black people was crying and complaining about. They taking this and they taking that. It wasn't going to black people in the first place. Black people wasn't getting none of that. They was using black people. They was using our name as black or minority or whatever for everybody else to get it. They wouldn't even call it. That's why they don't call it black. They don't call it black stuff. They call it minorities or something else, DEI, diversity and inclusion or something. So everybody else can come get it in the name of blackface. You can act like it's supposed to be going to black people and write it off on your taxes and get them a whole new big billions of dollar budget that you're going to put right back in your own pockets, your own people pockets, and claim you was doing it for black people. Yeah, that's all scam. That's why Trump and them is cutting all of that fat. Them is all programs that Obama and Biden was claiming that they wanted to cut. But it's wrong when Trump cutting them. Now it's racist when Trump cutting them, but Obama and them was talking about cutting them. They were saying it first. The new Americans probably won't be Euros. Well, of course they not. The original, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So the original Americans wasn't Euros, and the ones at the end, once this is all said and done, it won't be. It won't even be America. It ain't gonna be no new America. It won't. There won't be no more America. America was named after who? Vespucci, Amerigo Vespucci. That's over with. This won't be called America. And America is gonna burn for 600 and something years, or 310 years, and take 690 years to cool, according to the teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Waleed, yep, DEI benefits white people more than it benefits us. I ain't seen no black people it benefited, and I'm black, and I'm in these streets. I'm in the black struggle. I ain't seen no beneficiaries of DEI. I seen some rainbows. If they black, they was rainbow. They was either pushing rainbow or they was pushing feminism. I didn't see no just natural black people benefiting from it. Only man, the children of Pharaoh was in love with their money, so God had to destroy their money, and we're seeing that now. Yeah, I don't know if we're seeing that now yet. because it's the opposite. You know, I don't know the children of Pharaoh. I don't know. You children of Pharaoh's money is being destroyed right now. I don't know about that. I know the stock market is doing what it's doing, but that's their big brother, small caps. That's the George Soroses and the Netanyahu people that's doing that. I don't think they losing money yet. You know, George Soros and his camp of small hats is going against Elon Musk and Trump and trying to, cause them loss like that. But, that's what the small caps have always done. They finance both sides of any war or conflict, world wars. So if it's a economic tariff war, if it's a intellectual war or whatever the war it is, the small caps is behind it. So with us, they throwing more money than ever at their minions, at our people. That's why we crashing out. That's why we want to be Captain Save-A-Day of cheerleaders, our black women, because they're not destroying our money. They're giving us more money than ever, more fame than ever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Trump is he gonna get ugly. You gonna see more and more signs of him, directing his wrath towards ninjas, towards the ninjas. I'm not sure about this, but I think I seen a headline where Elon Musk was saying something like George Floyd police, the police that deleted George Floyd should be released or innocent or pardoned or something like that. Was that a true tweet, or did he really say that? Because I know Trump was saying something about he want to reinstitute the firing squad, and he want to give police more free reign to enforce laws and all that. Yeah, that's going shit. That's going to come all the way down on ninjas. It's going to trickle all the way down on ninjas. All of the ninjas that was just loving on Trump. You know what I'm saying? Once he turn his trumpet on you, you're gonna be playing a different tune. K Solo, the elite is buying up crypto. Well, crypto is crashing. Yeah, I don't know about that. Elite is buying up bunkers. Elite is buying up bunkers and survival supplies. I know that. But yeah, I don't know about the crypto thing, because crypto is taking big dives. Mr. Majestic, was the makeup of this nation a big 200 plus year hustle, and now the chickens are now coming home to roost? Yeah, I don't even think it was a hustle. I think it was just outright satanic fulfillment of their purpose. The purpose of the devil was, or Adam, or the man of sin, the Adamic race, was to rule the planet for 6,000 years, to rule our planet and the people and everything on it, the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, every creeping, crawling thing on the earth. That's what the Bible say. Let us make man in our image and our likeness, after our likeness, and give them dominion to rule over everything. So it wasn't just a 200-year thing. That was a 6,000-year thing that just the culminated, the final, hoorah of it is this last 200 years, or this last 400 years, actually 470 years, because this nation, America, really got established by us in 1555. Before 1776 or whatever, it wasn't necessarily called America, but it was still, a nation means a race of people. Nation means a race. Nation don't mean a so-called country. It means a race of people. So this race of people started this here in this, what's called North America in 1555. So from 1555 till now is 470 years. So it wasn't a 200-year culmination. It was a 470-year culmination. Adrian X said Ben Shapiro said that. So Ben Shapiro is the one that said that Chauvin, I think his name's Chauvin, Derek Chauvin, that deleted George Floyd is the one that should be pardoned. So it wasn't Elon Musk, or did Elon Musk like his tweet or share that tweet or something like that? It was something. So we'll see. But yeah, that's just the beginning of how they plan to get at us shortly. Not all of us, but get at the ninjas that won't let them go, that don't want to separate. They know the nation want to separate. They don't got that problem with the nation. It's the small hats that got the problem with the nation that's going to force Pontius Pilate to push the crucifixion on the Jesus, on Farrakhan. So Pontius Pilate didn't have no issue with Jesus. It was the scribe and the Pharisees and the Sadducees. It was the priests of the small cap community that had the problem, that pushed and pressed on Pontius Pilate to crucify Jesus. So we already know what it is. They ain't really got no problem with us like that, and we ain't got no problem with them like that. We know we natural enemies. We know we need our own separate space and territory. Otherwise, we will, get violent with each other. Any creature in nature, they need their own borders, their own territory. So we intelligent enough to know that we different people and we got different natures. Wally 100, Elon did in South Carolina just held a execution by firing squad last Friday. Yeah, they said it was a white a Caucasian dude that they did, that they're gonna set the tone and show that we can do it to our own kind, because we really intend on doing y'all like that. But we got to prove that we did it to one of our own first. So when we start doing it wholesale to y'all, you won't be able to say that. You won't be able to say it was a racist. No, the very first one of us, the crispest addicts of this situation, we did our own. We did one of our own first. The first man that on my watch in this generation to die by firing squad was a white man. So don't run none of that racist stuff on us, ninjas. King Z, Trump's name alone lets me know that him in office is God's will. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's the trumpet. He's their trumpet. If they let out Chauvin, he won't make it far. Well, that's not true. That's that. What about what's my man name that killed little the Skittles brother? He's still alive. If he's still alive, why wouldn't Chauvin be still alive? We didn't do nothing to what's the dude name with the little Ashkenazi last name? What's my man name with the hoodie? Zimmerman, yeah. Zimmerman's still out. Zimmerman alive. Why would we think something gonna happen to Derek Chauvin and he the police? Zimmerman wasn't even the police. Knock it off, same day parlay. That's why we need to get whooped. That's why Trump is a punishment weapon. Because we ain't doing nothing. We not doing nothing. Jabril Imad said Elon Musk said black Hebrew Israelites were oppressed because of their religion. That's deep. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I know that they fighting their own big brother. They at war against their own big brothers, George Soros and company, and all of those top big brothers, small cap Satans, or the top small cap in the Vatican. So we're not their focus right now. But the little loudmouth black sister girl politics or politricks, all the little black politricks, he don't mind picking them off in the meantime while he getting at his big brothers, because they jumping in the way. So he's definitely gonna make some examples out of our little foolish sisters and brothers. Wally 100, can we talk about the small hats? What about the big hats, the U's that dress like Rev Run? They not the big hat. Well, let me see. Let me stop. Yeah, let me It's a divide. That's actually true. That's actually true. But they still the small hats. So the big small hats is the Vatican. Those are the real godfathers, or the other character opposite of Godfather. So the Ashkenazis, the Netanyahus, and all of that, those is the little beasts. Those are the little beast sons. Those are one of the strongest beast sons of the dragon. They the ones that got the most upfront in your face problem with Farrakhan and with the Muslims. They really doing the bidding of the dragon. But the dragon is staying behind the scene acting like that he's a equal spiritual respecter of all faiths and all of that. No, he got to send his little hothead other small cap sons out to get at us like that. But it's all coming from the dragon. The dragon is behind it all. The dragon is behind this side of the war, Trump and all of them, and the dragon is behind that side of the war and all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's where Russia and all of the people that's all the way not affiliated with the dragon comes in at. All of them are aiming their arrows at America because America has abused and bullied and robbed, and you know what I'm saying, all of them to some degree. And all the nations have been upset, angry, and envious at what America has been able to do and the power that America has been able to grow into. And America means a particular race of people that did what they did with the help of the architects of the transatlantic slave trade. So the whole world is angry because America is the greatest so-called superpower of arms. Not superpower because she's the most super righteous or super religious or super intellectual, super technological. No. America is the greatest superpower because of her weapons and her willingness and her nature to use them. That's what she has been doing, and that's why America is the greatest, the great, they call it the great shaitan or the great whore and all of that type of stuff, because that's what she has been doing to the whole planet. So all of the nations of the earth got their arrows targeted at America, just waiting for the opportunity to get at America. And the God, the Most High, is turning all of the nations against America, turning them against each other and turning them against America. And as soon as it kicks off, you're going to see all these other nations get at America, and destroy America's armies and militaries and economy and money, everything that you value, everything that you was holding on to and glazing and worshiping and you wouldn't let America go for. You're going to see them tear all that down, and you're going to be the greatest loser. The people of God is going to be the greatest loser because we was holding on to them instead of holding on to our own people, our own God and people. Say the Godzookies. What you say, K Solo? Yeah, it's some videos I wish I could play for you. Let me see. Nah, I ain't gonna do that because this page will get shut down absolutely for sure. You know what I'm saying? If I played these videos or these audios of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad talking about the mother of planes, the mother wheel, this most greatest, terrible, dreadful weapon, the greatest technological machine and weapon ever produced in the history of creation, which is the mother wheel, is this big mothership UFO that's a half a mile by a half a mile that Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and you hear me and us always bragging about or talking about, which has America and all of the the nations of the earth in checkmate. All of the weapons of mass destruction and nuclear missiles and silos and all of that is totally in checkmate. And the God is going to let them cancel each other out. He's going to let them launch certain stuff against each other, but they're not going to be able to hit America with it. They're not going to be able to hit us, God's people in America, with none of that. He going to say he's saving America for himself. I'm talking about the Most High, the God, Master Father Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad. So America is going to be the lake of fire that's written about in the Bible. America is going to burn for 310 years. So that's going to be the lake of fire, but God himself going to do America. He going to let the devils and the Satans do each other, but he's going to do America, and then he going to do all of them. He going to use that big UFO that holds 1,500 small little saucers, like flying saucers, the small little wheels. Each one of those 1,500 wheels carry 3 bombs. Each one of the bombs destroys a 50 square mile radius of all life. So 1,500 little UFOs, little flying saucers. Each one got what? 3 bombs. So what's 1,500 times 3? Is that 4,500? 4,500 bombs, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody want to do that math right quick? I ain't did it in a long time. 1,500 times 3 equals, 4,500 bombs. 4,500 bombs. Each of the 4,500 bombs, each bomb destroys 50 square miles of life. Each bomb brings up a mountain 1 mile high. A mountain, meaning a crater, like, so you drop a bomb, it drills into the earth a mile, it goes off and brings up a mountain a mile high, or it brings up a crater, or, a mountain ridge, the outside. If you look at the moon or something like that and you see them craters are mountain ranges. If you come up on them, close, you'll see they mountains. You have to look up to them. And then inside the crater is, like a little valley or a little bowl or whatever. But the outside rim is mountains. That'll be up a mile high. And everything in that 50 square mile radius will be killed. Every life, animal, plant, insect, every life. So anybody think that they're going to hide out in some underground bunkers? Them the ultimate bunker busters. They already knew before the devil was ever able to make bunkers. They knew you was going to be trying to make bunkers. So the bombs is designed to drill down 1 mile before they go off. Your bunkers ain't even 1 mile down, but the bombs, each bomb, 4,500 bombs, none of them is going to be dropped on water. All of them going to be dropped on cities of the devils. So, or a country, if you're trying to, hide out in the country or build your bunkers in the country, they're going to be dropped on you. They're going to be dropped, on the devil's little bunkers, drilled down a mile, and they time to not explode until they get to a depth of 1 mile. Then they explode and they kill everything in a 50 square mile radius. So not flat, you know what I'm saying? In a sphere of explosion. Even if it's underground, it's going to bring up a mile circular, a mountain, a crater mountain circularly like that. But the blast is going in every direction. The blast, boom, right here, boom, boom, like it's going in every direction. Starting from underground. So there's no bunkers that's going to save you. That's, if anything, you better off trying to be in the air somewhere. You better try to find, be on But that, you can't hide nowhere. Even if you was on a space station or whatever, the wheel's gonna get you there too. They live in space. You know what I'm saying? They station 40 miles above you at all times. So it's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run to, baby. You know what I'm saying? So believe it or not, your above top secret government, your Harvard, Pentagon scientists all believe it. They still lying to you saying that it's aliens. They know it's not aliens. They know aliens and ETs and all that is code language for Master Fard Muhammad and Elijah and the scientists of the black man of this nation. They're not going to tell you that because it would be anarchy overnight. That would cause the anarchy and the revolution if they admitted that they're not the superpower, that you don't have to obey their laws because your people got all of them in checkmate. No, it'll be the real revolution overnight. It'll be real the fall of America overnight. 4,970 bombs to be exact. And yeah, because 3 of them it's not going to, all 4,000 or 4,500 is not going to be on America. That's going to be all over the world. 3 of them is going to take out England. It's only going to take 3 bombs to rip up all of England. 150 square miles. 3 bombs cover 150 square miles. But 4,397 is not for the United States. It's for the whole planet. It's for all of the nations that the God wanted of the devil that the God want to take out. Okay, Solo, my thumbnail is a picture I took of a baby playing 4 years ago in California in my backyard. That's right. George W. Bush tragically died in on September 11th. Attacks 2001. I don't understand you, Mike. I already told you I don't understand your typing. No disrespect. I don't know where you from. Maybe you from another nationality and you're not really too fluent. But I don't understand your typing text. So pardon me, but I can't read it. But the science of destruction, I seen my bro on here, Wallacon, UK's 3 bombs. Yeah, United Kingdom. What's 225,000? What is that? The ultimate, the combined square mileage that the 4,500 bombs is gonna wipe out? Is that the combined square mileage of the bombs? Because that's something to talk about, right? Plus the great earthquake from the trumpet, from the wheel. Yeah, it's all kind of stuff going on. That's right. It's the real IV and voila. Yeah. That's just, man, there's so many, so many fireworks in his pack. Saying, the assortment, the firework, the jumbo assortment. That remind me of my holiday madness. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Well, damn, I bought the jumbo assortment. And yeah, I forgot. Yeah, man. So the firework kit of the gods is impeccable, impetuous, impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson language. Man, there's so much. He cutting corridors in the atmosphere, like bro said, he gonna block the poison gas. He gonna let loose them monsters underground. You're gonna let loose them monsters that the devil been splicing and create new little species and hybrid animals and insects and all that they've been having underground. He gonna let all them loose. Gonna terrorize this whole nation, this whole country with him. Man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be the ultimate horror movie. Every horror movie you ever seen put together times 10,000. Because we ain't even talk about the 10,000. 10 stacks. Yeah, man. And we laughing about it, but it's absolutely nothing to laugh at. It's something that absolutely every heart would fail them for fear, and every child hair would be turned gray if they was witnessing the stress and the grief and the terror of that time. And we don't want no parts of it. We don't want to be nowhere around it. Matter of fact, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, my people ain't going to be caught up in none of that. My people ain't going to suffer none of that. My people going to be out the way. So that's what the Christians think is the rapture. The rapture, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be taken out the way of it, you know. But there's only one Jesus. There's only one Christ. Is your Christ the real Christ of the rapture, or is our Christ the real Christ? Is the Christ that you believe that's 2,050 some years old that didn't have a biological daddy, that's a ghost white man, is that the real Christ that's going to call you up to the rapture? Or is it our real Christ, Elijah Muhammad, that Jesus was calling on when he was on the cross? Eli, Eli, you know what I'm saying? Why have you forsaken me? No, don't help him. Don't give him no water or no vinegar on no reed. Let's see if Elijah comes and saves him. Is it your God? Is it your Jesus? Or is it this Jesus? We about to see. Don't touch that dial. We about to see. KMS. So what or who will be left living after the bombs go off? Nothing. Nobody. Wherever the bombs go off at is death. Nothing. Nothing will be alive. No one will be alive. No. America is not. America is going to be burned. America is going to be burned. America is the lake of fire. So we know great earthquakes. We know all kind of stuff is prophesied to happen to America. But we know America is that part of the world that the angel, the final seventh angel, the most dreadful of all the angels of God, the seventh angel is, that's the place where he puts one foot on land and one foot on water on the sea, and lift his hands up to heaven and say, time that thou knowest, time shall be no more. And he sets the atmosphere on fire, the atmosphere of America. So ain't no part of North America gonna be alive. We won't be able to, nobody will be able to live on America or this part of the world for 1,000 years. 310 years of America is going to be burning. The atmosphere, all of 3,000 by 2,000 miles of North America is going to be on fire from the ground to 12 miles up. The whole atmosphere is going to be set on fire. That angel is going to cut a shortage in gravity of the atoms of the atmosphere over America and explode the atoms and set the whole atmosphere on fire for 12 miles up. So that ain't got nothing to do with bombs. You know, why waste bombs if this part is going to be, you know, set on fire for 300 years? It's going to take 600 some years to cool off. Now, the bomb ain't no metaphor. Those is good questions you ask in KMS. No, the bombs absolutely are not a metaphor. Bombs are absolute literal bombs. Literal bombs from a literal UFO, so-called UFO, little flying saucer from a big, super huge mothership UFO. And none of it is identified. All of it is identified and known by above top secret governments of this world. They just call it that for us. It's not a metaphor. It's absolutely, literally real. That's why they keep on saying UFO disclosure, UFO disclosure. They just lying about who it is. They're not lying about what it is. They're lying about who it is. So we're not from America anyway, right? We scared. We you know, where will we live? Where are you from? America was the poor part. We called America the poor part of the planet. You know, this was hell. This was the exile. This ain't where we wanted to be. This not the best part of the planet. The best part of the planet is North Africa, where we from. Yeah. Say, might as well get them barbecue kits cracking. Right, them s'mores and the marshmallows. It's gonna be a little worse than that, or a lot worse than that. Yeah. The seventh, I guess you meant seventh. The seventh angel will finish the mystery of God. Yep. Revelations 10:7. In that day when the seventh angel shall begin to sound, because his beginning of his sound is revealing who God really is. The end of his sound is that trumpet, is that last act of putting one foot on land and one on water and setting America on fire. So the beginning of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished when he begins to sound. When he ends his sound, that's going to be the end of our ability to hear, because we going to be liquefied. It'll be melted, candle wax. So yeah. DJ Red Light, when is this supposed to happen? That, like the father said, that would be like giving you the day of judgment. It's close. It could happen any day, based on all of the signs and the prophecies that have been fulfilled, and the number, you know, counting the number of the beast and the number of the time. If we know that we already passed the 400th year, we know we already now have passed the first 40 years of the messenger, you know, Moses, and then the second 40 years of Aaron, which is Farrakhan. This is the 40th year. This is the final 40th year. So the beginning of all of this is starting this year. The beginning of, not saying the bombs and all of that, but the beginning of the end is this year. So when Farrakhan leaves from among us, and he looks like he's dead, that is the end. So, you know, that's where we at right now. Time marks from the beginning of the assignment. So the beginning of Elijah Muhammad's assignment, his 40 years, was from 1935 to 1975. That was complete 40 years. Then there was a 10-year window of grace, and it was really, you know, not that, but that was a grace window. And the next 40 years started in 1985. It was confirmed by Elijah Muhammad communicating with Farrakhan from this big UFO wheel and telling him specific instructions that the president and the Joint Chiefs of Staff have met together to plan a war against Gaddafi in Libya and a Muslim country in Africa, and against the Nation of Islam and Black people of America. And he said, I want you to hold a press conference and make known to them their plans, and tell them that you got it from me. You got this information from me, Elijah Muhammad, alive and well on the wheel, on the big UFO mothership. And he did that and gave Gaddafi that warning and that revelation, and that saved Gaddafi's life from getting bombed. And that's why Gaddafi was the number one ally, and giving, you know, millions of dollars and promising billions and trillions of the wealth of Libya to put behind the Black people of America by way only through Farrakhan. He was only going to give it to us through Farrakhan. Farrakhan was the door of that, and Farrakhan is the door of our salvation. That is the God. That is, I said it. That is the Jesus. Farrakhan is the door. He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. Farrakhan is the door. Take it or leave it. He was the door to that, and he's the door to this God. He's the door to escaping this destruction. Nobody else. Nobody else. So we can run that. We can run that challenge. We can run that test and see, but nobody wants to do that. And we'll do that. That's going to happen anyway in 20 days, whether I call for the challenge or not. We're going to see in 20 days. We're going to see after this Ramadan is up. After this month, this third month of March is up, and Eid, inshallah, we still be alive to see it. The end of this month, I ain't going to have to call for the challenge because it's going to happen whether I'm calling for anything or not. Farrakhan been your best friend, and we've been rejecting him. We've been mocking him. We've been slandering him. We've been clowning him. We've been falsely accusing him. He been your best friend. He been your savior. He been your real Jesus, personal Lord and Savior, your example, your champion, your grace. He been all of that for us. No more. Time that no more. Time, that grace time shall be no more. He is the man. I don't even want to go too far with that. But that's when it's supposed to happen. It's happening right now. The fact that Farrakhan has been quiet, the father has told him to stop talking. He has been the second to the last trumpet. Farrakhan is the second to the last trumpet. There's only one trumpet coming after Farrakhan, and that's the business that we talking about right now. That wheel and its trumpet and what it's made to do. Right. Blood moon eclipse coming up. 2 days, 2 or 3 days? I think the 13th and the 14th. We just had a whole alignment of the seven heavens. Now it's a blood moon eclipse. All this happening back to back. There's a whole lot of astronomy, cosmic anomalies going on lately, ain't it? Y'all don't see that? That don't mean nothing to y'all, huh? Right. So just keep breathing. Wait. I too with you am of those who wait. I'm just a waiter. Check, please. But Trump is a punishment. Trump is a final punishment, actually. Trump is a final punishment and a final weapon of grace. He actually a weapon of grace. He's going to be used to destroy a lot of us, but that's still grace. That's still going to whip up the rest of us into shape. That's going to herd us into the direction that we supposed to been going in a long time ago. Hasn't been owned by black. Oh, BET. Yeah. Trump is a weapon of God. Trump was installed and put in place by God. Trump works for God. Like it or not, just like Satan do. Satan and the devil works for God as an instrument of God. And that's why the God made devil in the first place, to bring something out of us and to cause us to level up and rise to the occasion, cause a natural immunity in us as a species of Allah to finally purge and purify that out of us once and for all. So that's what Trump represents. Yeah, Trump is a calling card. Yeah. Supreme touch. Salute. Man, my apologies the other night because I was in my zone. And one of the comments that you put up, I thought you was talking against Elijah Muhammad. So I apologize publicly. Please forgive me. I'm saying I got to be more careful when I read these comments because some comments is coming from Facebook and some comments is coming from YouTube. So you might not be seeing the same thing. So, but the shock of the hour is grievous, the most grievous, momentous in the heavens and the earth. The day we see it, not some, not most, not 95%, every woman that's breastfeeding will forget her baby on her breast. And every pregnant one will lay down her burden, will miscarry, or deliver right there prematurely if it's old enough to survive. And you will see the men or males, as though they was drunk, but they won't be drunk. They'll be delirious with shock and fear and horror over what they see happening. They will look like they drunk, but they won't be drunk. But the chastisement of Allah or God will be severe. Severe. So I don't want no parts of it. I can talk tough and all that, but I don't want to see that neither. Unless, I don't know. I don't know what I want to see. But I just pray that I'm not the recipient of that. And I pray that y'all not the recipient of that. That's what I do this for. Because I don't want y'all to suffer that. I don't want to suffer it. So if I want for myself what I want for y'all, I don't want y'all to suffer it. I want y'all to benefit, on the righteous side of things and the pleasant, peaceful side of things. And I want you to avoid the dreadful side of things. I want for you what I want for myself. So I'm doing what I think is necessary to avoid that, to avert that, to be saved and safe and refuge against that. I don't want you to get caught up in, what I don't want to get caught up in. So that's what I'm doing this for. Because it's nothing else it's nothing else. It's not going to mean nothing else. Just like when COVID happened, when the so-called pandemic, and you thought you couldn't even breathe regular air, everybody walking around with masks on, people still walking around with masks on. Just think that was nothing. That was nothing, man. Just think when you see this, when you see these things, you're not going to be able to do nothing. Or I was just watching something about preparing for EMP, electromagnetic pulse attacks, cyber attacks. Like they saying that Elon Musk Twitter just got attacked, cyber attack, and it been down for a whole day and this and that. And, he think that that's George Soros and the other, top small cap elites that got the power to hack into his stuff. But what do you think is going to happen to your way of life when any enemy, it don't have to be Soros, it could be India, it could be China, it could be whoever, decide to hit America with an EMP attack and knock out all of our electronics? The top elite, they got their own, maybe independent, Elon Musk and them, they got their own independent generators or whatever of electronics, but they gonna knock ours out. They gonna knock our refrigeration out, our hospital, they gonna knock our heaters or air conditioners out. They gonna knock our electricity out. Then what? You still gonna want to twerk? Still gonna worry about your political office? We still gonna be talking about Diddy? We still gonna be caring about any of that? What's gonna happen when all of the food is gonna take 1 day, 1 or 2 days when the food gonna start getting raided, and then it's gonna go spoil because the refrigeration ain't gonna work, the freezers ain't gonna work. Do we got crops? Do we got our own farmland? We got our own farm animals? How you gonna still eat every day? All it takes is an EMP. All it takes is an EMP weapon. Somebody to, detonate an EMP weapon over America. The elite gonna be cool. They got, survival supplies. We don't. Yeah. So why should we be paying attention to anything else? If we know that that's looming over our head, that's possible at any moment, why wouldn't we be preparing for that and preparing our family members for that? How can you prepare for that? Oh, you can start by fasting. You can start by joining this little Ramadan exercise with the Muslim, with 2 billion Muslims, and preparing to go a whole day without food, knowing that you ain't going to starve to death or go crazy. Well, panic attack because you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You're gonna roll over and croak. Maybe you need to train your body and your mind for things to come. The body can't do what it's not trained to do. You can watch all the basketball and love all the boxing and sports and MMA. You love watching it. You try to get out there and do it and see what happened to you. Oh, you ain't never trained. You just a fan. You like how it look. So you think you can do it? Okay. You think you can survive because you watch survival movies, huh? Okay. Pretty eyelash girl or cute buff dude or, you know what I'm saying? Flossy, 10 stacks on the ear dudes. Okay. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, man, you better practice fasting. It's day 10. We already 10 days in. Those of us by law permission that's, been successful so far in keeping in the fast. But in the nation, this ain't even a fast. This is not even fasting. This is a break. Ramadan fast is a break. This giving us a break. If we was to observe the Ramadan type fast, that's a break. Because Ramadan fast will let you eat all throughout the night, all night long. The nation can't do that. We eat one meal a day every day. Or that's what we're supposed to do. That's our law. That's our goal. One meal a day every day. One meal between 4 and 6, preferably 4 and 6 p.m. And no other meal until 4 or 6 p.m. the next day. So Ramadan ain't nothing for us. But what are we preparing our minds and bodies for? And then we fast 3 days, 3 whole days out of each month. One meal a day, every day of your life. And then 3 days, no food at all for 3 days each month. What is that preparing us for? It's definitely cleaning your body and cleaning your mind. But what is it preparing you for? When food gets scarce, what is it preparing your children for? To not panic and trip out and freak out and stress you out and stress themselves out thinking that they're going to starve to death. No, I didn't went this many days. No, it's going to be all right. Matter of fact, each day that you go without eating, you don't look at it as a curse or horror movie. You look at it as, okay, my blood and brains and all of that is getting more pure than I thought they was. Daddy gonna get you some food. Don't worry. Or brother we'll be back. We'll bring you something back. But take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Since you fast and since you're being forced to fast, we know we live through this. We get up to 30 days without eating, 40 days. As long as you got water, and a correct understanding, that this is forcing you into spiritual advancement. You being forced to spiritual advancement if you're going longer than 3 days at a time. But if you don't know how to look at famine or look at going days without eating and you think it's death, then you're gonna panic yourself. You're gonna get yourself out of here with your own judgment, with your own panic and fear and judgment. You can get yourself out of here because you're not looking at it correctly. You're not looking at the situation correctly. You're not finding the best out of it. Yeah. Apps. AP. I just call you AP. My bad. AP say I just clicked on and today was my first full day without food. All praise due to the Most High. Man, salute. Everybody salute AP. I don't know how to pronounce apostrophe. I guess that's apostrophe. Salute apostrophe. Man, blessings to you. Much success to you and to your family. May you be an inspiration to us and to the people around you. Because if you can do one day, you can do as many days as you choose to once you practice, once you exercise that. We start out with one day, and then later on you go for 2 days, maybe a month or 2 or 3, or what I'm saying. Maybe by the time the year is up, you can do one meal a day for good. But the fact that you was able to go one day without eating let you know that you can do it as many days as you ever want to try to do it. So salute to Apostrophe, man, and all of us, man. I want to hear that. I want to hear y'all success stories. I want to hear how y'all felt going one whole day without food. Let's do that for the rest of Ramadan. Even if you don't make it through Ramadan, just do one day. Can we do that? Hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the like button if y'all willing to do one day. You know, within the next 20 days of Ramadan, just join us, you know, the world of Islam and get your own benefit. Because if you here in America and you dealing with the devil and the wiles of Satan and all the negative evil influences and the beef and the drama and the stress that we got to deal with, just do one day. Just do one day and dedicate yourself. Like, I'm not going to cuss today. I'm not going to get in no fight, no argument. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to do one day of just being as right as I can and calm as I can and not eat. Just try to go one day like that. That'll be a good test, and it's a healthy test, and it's preparing us for, you know, the famine and the pestilence and the drama and the sorrow and all kind of stuff that we're going to have to deal with. May as well get in the gym now. This is the gym of survival. This is survivalist gym. You don't got to have no money to do it. You can do it flat broke. You can not eat flat broke. Apostrophe say, I've been fasting, but with one meal. But today was my first fast without any food. See, that's bomb. That's bomb. Once your brain see that you can do it, even though you're gonna feel the pinch or whatever you're gonna feel, but once your brain say I can do it, you know it. And then you got us telling you, like, you know, if you got any pre-existing health conditions and all of that, then, you know, of course, check with your doctor. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't be foolish or unwise. You know what I'm saying? Take it at your pace based on your health condition if you're dealing with health conditions. But, you know, fasting one day is going to help your health condition. You might be on medication and you know, you have to take your prescription 2 times a day or this, you know what I'm saying? And you got to take it with a meal or whatever. So, you know, take all of that into consideration. But at some point, you're going to have faith and step out the boat, step out that prescription bottle, you know what I'm saying? And do something different. Otherwise, you a slave to the prescription bottle, right? You a slave to these pharmaceutical people. You want to be that, or you want to have faith in the real hospital, which is this God, this hospital that God already made a natural healer of every problem. But you just got to know what to do to activate it. Fasting is what activates the healing of this natural hospital. This is a hospital that heals itself if you let it. Abdul, salute. Abdul Perez took a quick nap to catch the live, man. Salute, man. Good to see you, Abdul. Imad Jibril, Ramadan is the month of mercy. Yeah, it's a mercy. Yeah. One doc, Zach. Yeah, we just going for one day. Let's go for one day. Let's test one day. Let's start today or start tomorrow, you know, because if you ate already, let today's meal be your last meal. Don't eat again till tomorrow at the same time. Do that, man. We doing it with you. We doing it with you. If you ate already today for dinner, let that be your last meal. Don't snack. Don't do no snacking tonight or tomorrow when you get up. Don't eat no breakfast. Don't eat again until the same time tomorrow that you just ate this last meal. Yeah. Mac Jones, do multivitamins count? If you're going to do multivitamins, you should do them with your meal. So yeah, multivitamins, you don't do no multivitamins. Do your multivitamins with your meal. The multivitamins is what should help tie you over to the next day, so where you don't feel like you need to eat nothing. So take your multivitamins with your meal. So when you fast and you're not drinking or eating nothing, that's how you do that. Because that's what a meal is supposed to do. A meal is supposed to be, packed with enough vitamins and minerals and nutrients that it ties you over so you don't have to, eat until the next time. You don't have to eat nothing in between meals. Like if you look at nature, you look at cheetahs and lions and tigers and all of that, they go days. They go whole. That's what we used to do. They go days. Fasting don't even exist to them. That's just life to them. They go whole days. They might go a whole week without eating. And then you still got to have enough, energy to chase something down. And then you're going to eat. You're going to eat a whole big meal. And then you're not going to eat for another week or something like that. They don't eat 3 meals a day. Don't nothing in nature eat 3 meals a day, but a pig and a goat. A pig and a goat eats 3 meals a day. If you got some horses or cows or something just in jail and confined and you making them do nothing but eat all day, or chickens or something like that, don't count. But I'm talking about like conscious mammals, like, you know what I'm saying, in nature. They don't eat all throughout the day. They might eat, once every 2 or 3 days until that their stomach be big. You say they be itis out the game. You catch a lion, a big lion, after he finish eating a gazelle or something, you can down there slap him in the face. He ain't gonna chase you. He's gonna be like, you got that. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying this itis. I ain't gonna be up and chasing you again until you know what I'm saying, till I get hungry again. And that's for days. We supposed to be more intelligent than that. Apostrophe, I got my niacin and B1 based off suggestion. Yeah, definitely. Birthday, treated myself to nutrients based off those. Yeah, and they're not my words. This is experience. This is how to eat to live, but it's also experience. Experience from loved ones and siblings that I lost. You know what I'm saying? I lost to mental illness and other illnesses that I had to learn just for their survival, to try to help them survive. And when I couldn't, save them, I just implemented it to myself and my own, new family, my immediate family that I produce. So I had to learn how to retaliate, how to fight this health war, because the war is not bombs and guns, and we being killed by poison, health, poison foods and drinks. You know what I'm saying? Deficient of minerals and nutrients. Most of the mental illness, which is hell is a mental condition. It's also physical, but it's mental. What good is having money or being cute and being in shape, and you suffering from depression, you suffering from anxiety, panic attacks, psychosis, schizophrenia, you suffering from all kind of mental, traumas and illnesses, because we got a mental imbalance. Our vitamins and mineral chemical balance is off. We depleted, and we mostly depleted of B1, niacin, the B1 and niacin, or the whole B complex, but especially B1 and niacin. So that kind of gets your thinking, your mental, at least a homeostasis, to balance, to where you can say, okay, well, I need to focus on this. I got to get the rest of my health, this and that. I'm suffering this and this. Get in the gym and getting your vitamin D up. You know what I'm saying? Your vitamin C, your magnesium, all of that other stuff. But it starts with having the peace of mind to even focus on that. If you depressed and you got anxiety, or you going through, boy, that's terrible. If y'all suffered anxiety and panic attacks and anxiety attacks, or certain psychosis, that's hell. That's hell. So that's what's going on in your brain. That's how, poisons that's being pushed, the fluids in the blood that's being pushed through your brain is deficient, malnourished. Your brain is not getting the proper nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that it's supposed to get for it to even think correctly. So yeah, definitely. When you fast and boost yourself with doing your meal. Stock up on, vitamins and minerals. Take it all with your meal. Take all of that with your meal. Abdul, keep your mind stable during these times is important. Yeah, there's no way to keep it stable if you don't have this. If you don't have the right diet and the right, information diet, the right physical diet, meaning food and vitamins, and information, meaning divine guidance, revelation, divine guidance from the true and living God, then we can't keep your mind stable without that neither, because there's too much extreme satanic science going on for you to have your mind stable without God knowledge. Satan knowledge is too advanced. It's influencing us too much. Satanic science is influencing us. It's impacting us too much for us to be able to be stable-minded without divine guidance, divine knowledge, divine revelation. You have to have divine revelation today, because Satan has been let loose to fully exercise their wisdom against us. If we don't got God wisdom, we don't stand a chance. And if you think Jesus or the Bible is that wisdom, good luck, because the Bible don't even teach you the knowledge of God. That's not the knowledge of God. That's not the revelation of God. The revelation of God is giving you the real meaning of the Bible and fulfilling and identifying the characters that the Bible is talking about. Who fulfills those characters in flesh and blood today? If you don't got that knowledge, if you think all them Bible stories was talking about characters 2,000 years ago and 4,000 and 5,000, 6,000 years ago, then you already lost. You already are mentally unstable and you will not make it. I just got to tell you straight out. You ain't making it, and you will not make it. You didn't make it when the first little signs of COVID hit. That was the beginning of it. That was the beginning of the famine and the pestilence and, wars and rumors of wars. And yeah, that was just one pestilence. That was just one plague. And we didn't make it through that. We went crazy. We thought Jesus was telling us to take the Fauci juice. We thought Jesus told us to we thought the Fauci juice was God's solution. Right? Did we not? So that don't work. You gonna try it again? You gonna roll the dice on that again? Or are you gonna try this? Try the one thing that you ain't never tried, that you see is working. We didn't fall for it. We didn't succumb to it. You feel like you got to stay dedicated to something that didn't work? You got to stay committed and loyal to something that didn't work? Why did God or Jesus let that happen to you? Why did God did not warn you to not take that? Why your Jesus and a pastor didn't warn you to not take that? Ours did. Our Messiah did. Warned us and you. Apostrophe, you mentioned something that in that same video about stop cooking with foil. Yeah, do not cook with metal, aluminum. Do not cook with foil, period. Don't even cook with the non-stick, the non-stick pans. The best thing to cook with is porcelain, glass, or stainless steel or copper. Porcelain, glass, stainless steel, copper. Or cast iron, them heavy cast iron black skillets that our grandparents used to have. That. All these new light metals, all this new age metal, non-stick metal, all that's poison. All that's poison. Absolutely don't never cook with aluminum foil. Don't ever put no food in aluminum foil, ever, let alone cook or put it on a grill or put it in the oven. Instant poison, instant attacking your brain cells, instant shit, I sound like I got it. What do you call that when you don't remember? I must be having some Alzheimer's. Instant Alzheimer's. That's the worst. No metal, no I ain't say no metal, no foil, no aluminum, No non-stick. It should be either the glass, glass pots and skillets, or them heavy, thick glass, porcelain, cast iron, or stainless steel. Only that. Only real stainless steel. That costs a grit. That might cost like $100, $100 just for one pot. But they know that's why. You got to go online. You got to go to specialty, kitchen type stores that specialize in real stainless steel, not no aluminum cut with a stainless steel coating. No, it got to be thoroughly stainless steel. No aluminum in it whatsoever. Don't do the aluminum nothing. King Z, real talk. If you can't fast, give in charity, do good. If you go without, if you can't go without food or water, right? Yeah, K Solo, don't drink out of aluminum cans. Nothing aluminum. Nothing aluminum. Cast iron, stainless steel, porcelain, and glass. Cast iron, stainless steel, porcelain, and glass. That's the only thing that we should be cooking with, or cooking in, or drinking out of. They be saying that they got them BPA, non-BPA plastic bottles. I don't really trust them, but I would do them before I do just the regular water bottles, because they showing all the little microplastic things that's in your brain from plastic. I don't trust plastic. Absolutely don't do microwaves. Don't do microwaves whatsoever. Do not cook in a microwave. You don't want to do that. Mac Jones, what's the best containers to store and consume water in? And glass. Yeah, glass is the best. Glass or silver, but how many of us got silver? Glass, silver, or copper. But the cheapest and the most easy and convenient is glass, like mason jars. Mason jars. Stock up on mason jars, different sizes. So that's the best thing to store anything in, any food or drink in. Knowledge. Walaikum salam. This might help somebody. I drink for 37, or I drank alcohol, I think, for 37 years of my life, in and out of the mosque, and had serious trauma from child abuse. In 2023, I did Ramadan and became sober. Man, let me put a star on that. Knowledge said, this might help someone. There ain't no might to it. This is absolutely gonna help me. I don't know who else is gonna help. This is helping me. So Knowledge said, I drank alcohol. I was a drinker for 37 years of my life, in and out of the mosque, in and out of, knowing Islam and knowing that we ain't supposed to be doing it, but for whatever our weaknesses is, whatever our traumas and hypnotic suggestions, or, that we so set in certain, traumatic demon commands that we still do, we resort, or we revert back to certain addictions when we get stressed or whatever, or we get scared. But Knowledge said he drank for 37 years and was in and out of the mosque and had serious trauma from childhood abuse, because that's what it do. It unresolved trauma is what is the definition of a demon. A demon is unresolved trauma, especially the worst kind of trauma is, and the hardest to pin down, is childhood trauma. Some traumas happen to us when we in the wombs of our mothers, and that's such difficult trauma to track down, because we ain't conscious of it. And that's why the minister even had us take on the study of Dianetics, the L. Ron Hubbard Scientology crazy stuff, because it was a tool and a science called Dianetics that showed us how to trace and travel back into prenatal experiences, prenatal trauma, when we was in the wombs of our mother, so we can track down certain injuries or certain vocal voice commands that was given to us that we didn't know turned into demonic, hypnotic suggestion commands. So we learned the science of how demons are installed. Demons ain't some random whatever. Demons just mean personal trauma that happened to us that we don't know how to resolve it, how to deal with it, how to free ourselves from it. And most of the time is because we don't really know the beginning of it. Most of the time we either don't know how and when it first happened, or we don't know what the full, beginning of it was. We might be aware of some portion of it, but we blocked it out, or we was unconscious when it happened. A lot of our demon commands come from being in surgery or being on an operating table or being knocked out. People say certain words when we unconscious, and we don't know that they're giving us post or hypnotic suggestions. They're actually giving us commands for our life that get stored in our subconscious mind. They're commands that we don't know. When we reach a certain age and we start learning the meaning of the word that was told to us, we start acting and following and obeying that command. And we don't know why. We can't stop, because you have to know how and when and why it was installed in the first place for you to understand that it's even having that much force and control over you. So that's why it's called a demon, because it's something that was installed in us, a trauma and a command that was installed in us when we was unconscious of it. I don't know why I keep on sabotaging my relationships. I don't know why I can't put these cigarettes down. I don't know why I can't stop drinking. I can't stop eating. I can't, because you have a demon. You have a trauma that was installed when you was either unconscious or you was young or something like that. So absolutely, knowledge. Fasting will free and break the shackles of demons. Fasting is how, like the Bible say, that's how you cast out this level of demon, through fasting and prayer. When you fast, then it opens you up to be able to spiritually and mentally see that thing that happened to you, and you're able to revisit it without being emotionally traumatized again. Fasting helps you kind of overcome certain fears, because you're in a more observant state. Like you get in a real peaceful, calm, blissful Zen like state when you fast for a certain amount of days. And then you start seeing and understanding stuff. You start, having like little dreams or daydreams or of certain feelings when you was a little child or something like that. You're like, wow, what is this? Or you might close your eyes and you still awake, but you in some middle zone, like, man, you focusing with your brain, you seeing something, you hearing voices and you hearing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you're not asleep, but you're not all the way awake also. So fasting opens up all kind of different abilities and senses that will help you get to the root of that trauma so you can free yourself from it. So long story short, thank you, Knowledge, for that. And hopefully I did justice to your comment. SD Cam, can you go into more detail regarding the Messiah's command to not get the jab? I did not hear his words on the subject. Yeah, that was let me see if I could find this on here. That was this right here. That was 2020, the Criterion, July 4th, 2020. This is before they rolled out the jab. Minister Farrakhan told us, and this aired live on Diddy's network, Revolt Network, which is one of the reasons why they went after him to destroy him, because everybody else sanctioned him or censored him and wouldn't air this. But Diddy decided he would air it. This was Minister Farrakhan. You can go online and watch it. You can go on NOI.org and watch this whole message. It was called the Criterion. delivered July 4th, 2020. And that's when he told all of us, he told us here, he told the African world, our people in Africa, and he told everybody else, do not take the Fauci jab. It's, I can't say it on here what he said that it is, but he said that it's the opposite of life and it's designed specifically for this and for this and for that. I can't say it on Digital Soapbox Network, but go to noi.org or go to YouTube and type in Farrakhan, the Criterion, July 4th, 2020 message. And that's when he gave that command to everybody. And so many people was furious at him, saying that he was grossly irresponsible. He's not a black leader, because why would you use your influence to tell the world that, to tell black people especially that? So people actually, attacked him because of that. And the government was trying to attack him. That's called sedition. That's called going against the World Health Organization and the consensus of, national security and health and all of that. So they try to hit him with all of that. And they try to hit us with the same thing. They said we was responsible for the loss of life because we was encouraging people not to do that. But now in hindsight, 2020, that was in 2020, 2020 vision is hindsight vision, right? So that's who you believed in. You believe Jesus gave you the answer. You believe the Fauci juice was the answer in the name of Jesus. Well, the real Jesus told you that wasn't the answer. The real Jesus, Farrakhan, told you just the opposite. Which one turned out to be true? Which one turned out to be true and accurate? So I have to be forceful. I have to be firm. I have to be, as forceful as y'all was against him and against us. Why would I go easy on you? Why would I be soft on you when you wasn't soft on him? You wasn't soft on us. He was warning. He was crying. He was crying, telling you to don't take it to save your life. He was telling you what it was. He was crying, saying how brokenhearted he was that, y'all not only rejected him, but you took it. He gave his life so we wouldn't, so we could avoid that. But we ran to the devil. We ran to obey the devil, thinking we was getting over, thinking we was Jesus guidance. Jesus got me. Okay, so Jesus told you to take that, huh? Your Jesus told you to take that, huh? Okay. We might want to listen to the real Jesus from now on. If you still in your pride and like, no, okay, well, pride goes before destruction. My people are destroyed for their own rejection of knowledge, for their own lack of knowledge that they choose to have. They choose to reject the real Jesus, the real Messiah. So how should I feel responsible, or how should I feel sorry for a disbelieving people? You disbelieve when he proved it to you. Been proving it to you for 70 years straight. This is his 70th year, proving it, showing and proving, 70 years straight. You can't say you ain't never heard about Farrakhan. You can't say you don't know nothing about Elijah Muhammad. You don't know nothing about the Nation of Islam. You don't know nothing about Malcolm X. You don't know nothing about Muhammad Ali. You don't know nothing about Khalid Muhammad. You're a liar. You can't say you don't know these teachings. You just reject them. So this is the consequences of rejection. Trump is a punishment weapon for rejection. Trump is a punishment weapon for our rejection. So God giving him the green light. Do with them what you please. They belong to you, Trump. They want to be with you. They want to protest you. They want to cry and accuse you and try to be in a political process and get you, impeach you. They belong to you. Do with them as you choose, Trump. They're yours. They didn't choose me. They didn't choose my government. They didn't choose to exodus and separate and be a part of the new kingdom, the new government of God. They want your government. They want the government of the devil. They yours. They belong to you, Trump. Make them dance. Play your tune. Make them dance. They like to twerk. Blow your trumpet on them. Let them twerk to your trumpet song, Trump. Yeah, we don't like that, huh? We don't like that. It's cool. My God like it. My God loves me to talk like this. My God loves this. Because ain't nobody else got the testicles to do it. Yeah. I clearly don't care, right? I don't care about friendship. I don't care about subscribers and views and likes and clicks. Clearly, this is a blessing. This is all, uphill for me or downhill, whatever. I was one of the first in the cancel culture. I've been canceled for 30 years. I actually get to say something and people is listening. Oh, Lord, okay. This is a great deal for me. Jabril Ahmad say people had their muscles paralyzed. They having more than that. If you look at Open VAERS, let me see if I can find that. Open VAERS, if they still got that website. Yeah, they still got that website. Ooh wee. This is a copy. I don't even know how accurate this is, but y'all click on that right there. That's gonna show you more than muscles locking up. Click on that StreamYard link that say openvaers.com. It's gonna show you more than muscles. You know what I'm saying? I just leave it alone. I'll leave it at that. C style, take the such and such or lose your job. Yeah. Yeah. Apostrophe. Hold on a second. What time? Yeah, okay. Because I don't want to be on here that long. But yeah, there goes the StreamYard link. Apostrophe. If you want to hop on, just click that link and it should give you like little instructions or prompts on how to get backstage on here. So if you definitely welcome to holler. C style say take the Fauci juice or lose your job. How about lose your health, lose your life? You know what I'm saying? Either take it or lose your job, or take it or lose your health. Look at the openvaers.com. Matter of fact, let me see. I could do it this way. Yeah. Let me do it like this. I forgot I got these features on here. Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see that. Hold on one second, apostrophe. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get this on here. Y'all see that link? Can y'all see that link? Yeah, so that's it right there. That's openvaers.com. And I ain't gonna necessarily read it, but I can let y'all see it. Y'all can read. It says that stands for the V word adverse events reporting system. And as of January 31st, 2025, it's March now, but as of this is 1,660,411 reports. This is just of those reported. This don't mean all of them. This is just of the reported. The reported is that many, such and such, such and such, so and so. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it said as of November 18th at the bottom, 2022. As of 2022, this ain't even from UK or Europe or UK or whatever it said. It says they have stopped putting free text field information in for Europe and the UK. So this ain't even counting Europe and the UK. So that's what we on. Let me get this off of here. One sec. Hold on. Dang, how do I get that? Oh, there we go. There you go. Apostrophe. Am I saying that right? Peace.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Cam? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. Yeah, he definitely got the floor, man. Speak your piece. Let us know.
This is one of the moments I just feel compelled. I've been watching you for the last few months, and I'm not even gonna say intentionally fasting. I just been fasting. Today was the day, like I said, I didn't eat at all. I got if I could flip my camera, if I could.
Yeah, it's making you click out. So I don't know.
My bad.
No, that's cool.
I'm trying to turn it around, but I got my water right here.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show the people that, and I wanted to show you specifically, I'm a man of my word, so I don't just talk. But a few months ago, you put it on my mind to go get my B1, my niacin.
Yeah.
I just turned 29 in February.
Yeah.
And I want to share with you my testimony just by listening to you. I say around November, December, you did a show that was all focused on your health. And there was a time around September and October last year, I got real depressed. It got to a point where I wasn't sure if I was going to have to up and move and kind of just leave everything behind type of thing.
Yeah.
And in 2018 or 2019, I quit smoking weed. So although I quit smoking, I did it for a health reason from the standpoint, my grandfather had COPD.
Yeah.
So his lungs is real bad. And by me watching him in these stages of his life, I feel it'd be nothing but ignorant to continue walking that path. And so seeing him in his elderly stage and his condition now, it made me stop smoking back then. But what happened is, I got to a spot and I got to a point where I wanted to, ease my mind, take my mind off of the traumas. So I did wound up, I had from 2018 to 2024, that's a 6-year gap that I felt it got so bad. I didn't have no other direction to turn just to help ease my mind.
Yeah.
That being said, on New Year's Eve coming into this year, I had ran out of my last little, I was gonna re-up that night.
Yeah.
And something just told me in my spirit, like, don't do it. Like just push yourself. You don't need it because you've been going this long without it. It's no point for you to. I had a feeling that if I read up that night, I was gonna put myself back in the spiral, put myself back on track. Fast forward, I didn't do it, and then continuing listening to you as well as other people I listen to just about the sobriety and how that disrupts your connection. I know that within myself, but applying it was different. So unintentionally, I stopped drinking at the same time. So cold turkey at the beginning of this new year, I stopped. But then my birthday was coming up and I was listening to you. And then that's when I made a conscious decision, like, you know what? Because I've had vitamins and I know I needed to re-up on certain stuff. But I was like, I'm intentionally, for this birthday, I just turned 29. So I'm almost in my 30s, and health is a big part of my life at this stage right now.
Yeah.
And, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take his word, and I'm gonna go get the niacin. I couldn't find the non-flush, so that was my first time taking it.
The hot stuff.
Yeah, I was out there drinking like MJ on the Pepsi commercial. But I just wanted to show you that, and then also I'm out here in LA.
Yeah.
So I belong to a Black men's mental health group.
Yeah.
And I've been going to that. That had been helping me for the last few months, just having a room full of faces that look like us, where Black men come discuss our specific problems, opposed to sitting down with somebody that couldn't relate to my walk of life or don't know what I'm talking about. And it just so happened, leading up to the weeks, the first event they put on was at Regency West in Lamert, and it happened on my birthday, which is a Sunday.
Wow.
And that same Sunday, simultaneously, you did a stream, and that Sunday was also the Grammy night, where Kendrick cleaned up.
Oh yeah.
Like us. So I just wanted to show you. I do artwork, and I get my photos and stuff printed out. And so why I felt like this tonight was a direct testimony. I've been in my room cleaning around, organizing, going through my work all day. I just so happened I went the fast. I don't know if it's the fast or whatever, but I had to go cleanse myself in the restroom. I hopped on the phone. As soon as I seen you was live, I clicked on and you was talking about what you was talking about. And this is a divine, usually I'm a person who carry yourself like I care about presentation a lot. I felt I look crazy right now, but I don't care.
Nah. You look like God.
I feel like it was definitely like one of the moments he talking directly to my situation. Now I just want to share that with you as well as the viewers, just to show that what you're doing is working out here, bro. I'm brought up, raised Christian, but I'm open-minded enough to lend an open ear to the truth, and I recognize the truth when I hear it. So like I said, I've been watching you. I've been admiring how you conduct yourself, and I believe what you're doing is actually changing lives to people like me who are uninformed but trying to grow and trying to learn.
Man, and how let the people know how we can follow you. And first, how you pronounce your name? Apostrophe. I mean, is that how you? Do you got a social media that we can follow you on?
Yes, I'll do that. At the end, I just want to show you that day, because what I did for my birthday, I actually had somebody document from the time I woke up and throughout that day. And so I took these pictures intentionally as like a marker when I get older and reflect back, like I haven't made an official commitment, but this may be the last time I'm drinking. This is water. This is where I woke up. My birthday, it was a Sunday. That day I went to a health market. Like I said, it was the Black Men's Mental Health. It was a sickle cell blood drive that they did. And that caters specifically to us. So I just felt like it was just a whole moment of alignment.
Absolutely.
And I felt it was meant for me to take that just due and really step into my purpose, because I realized certain things that was holding me back. And there's things that have even transpired in the last 2 weeks that on this side of it, I realize it's a revelation. So I just feel like it's working right now. This is me that same day going and getting. I intentionally said, like, I called up one of my homies, like, hey, bro, today when we outside, I want to keep what we're doing just to reflect back on what I did this day and monitor my growth. And so, like I said, health is a real priority for me coming into my 30s. I didn't max out like how I should have in my 20s. No, it's late, but I really want to hit my prime. So
you coming up. You coming up on your prime, man, and the Most High is in you, and God is in man, and man and woman is God. And we all was raised Christian. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'm a Muslim. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was born and raised Christian, and that's how he was even able to recognize Master Fard Muhammad and recognize him as the fulfillment of the second coming or the Savior or the Messiah. So we not dissing Jesus at all. We identifying Jesus, like, you know what I'm saying? And we identifying us as the body of Christ. We are literally the body or the people of Christ or people of God. So what you're doing is just a bear witness of he rose. You know what I'm saying? We're rising from mental death. We rising from the paralysis or from the addictions and the weaknesses or whatever, and we willing ourselves back into our God abilities or our God powers just by our will.
Right. And then, of course, it's easier said than done. I recall back to one of your metaphors about being like the fresh deer on wobbly legs.
Yeah, yeah.
But all you got to do is get that foundation and build that strength little by little, take it piece by piece. So I feel like I'm going through that within my own right now.
Absolutely. But that's just like the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? That's scientists that actually put that movie together, how they was atrophy. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was dreaming that they was up doing their life, but they was really not using none of their muscles, not using their eyes and nothing. So once they finally did come up, they was super weak. They couldn't, you know, they was feeble and frail and all of that, but their mind was awake. So your mind is going to will your muscles out of that atrophy state. So all of your, you know, everything is the will. That's what this is. The will of God. You know what I'm saying? Not all this other fancy stuff. The will is everything. If you got the will, then that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to thank you, you know what I'm saying, and show you that like I'm right here with you, bro. You my son, my oldest son's age, so I'm seeing my son in you, you know what I'm saying? And you know, find the no flush. Try to do your best, because I know at Simply Wholesome they got it. They got it at Simply Wholesome.
No,
you know,
but they might, but not that day. That's why I
they didn't have it that day.
Right.
But yeah, just because you want to take more, like the flush don't allow you to take as many as you should take. Because you're supposed, you know, you're supposed to try to get up to, you know, I'm not a doctor, I don't give medical advice, but let me say I take, and my son, you know, takes up to 2,000, you know, anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams, or I don't know if it's IUs or milligram, I forgot what it was on that, but so that's like at least 5 capsules, you know what I'm saying? 5 or 6 capsules. So you can't take 5 or 6 flush. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I just want to throw these last 2 things out there, because I know you're trying to wrap up. I don't want to take up too much time. And I feel like this is the real final confirmation of like, this is my first time signing in and going through the whole process to actually talk to you. I've been watching, but so those photos I just showed you, my printer that I go to for my artwork, my frame, my artist. So I do a lot of stuff. But anyway, the last printer that I went to prior to this date, the 25th, to get these photos was in November. That's my receipt. And so from November until I decided to get these made, it just randomly hit me, like everything I was going through in life. It just randomly hit me, like, you know what? When I get these photos back, I don't want to just have them digitally. Like, I want to have a physical reminder, put them somewhere, so anytime I may get tempted or whatever, I can look back and be like, nah, bro, you walking this path. So that was February 25th that I went and got those made. Past Thursday, I got a call. One of my childhood friends that I grew up with passed away from fentanyl.
Man, and I'll be pleased.
When I heard that, I feel like that might have been what I felt in my spirit New Year's Eve. Because I knew another party who this scenario was a little different, but I knew another party that they just smoked, went to sleep, and didn't wake up. And that's how it went. That's how I thought this scenario went. But when I got more in depth and more, you know, in touch with what really happened, it wasn't like that. It was he knew what he was doing and just unfortunately went down the wrong path. But we used to hoop together back in the day. People that made it out, and I feel like he just fell in a slump. He left behind 2 kids, 2 little boys. So earlier today, I was talking to one of my boys, and since I got that call, I hadn't really broke down in tears. And out of nowhere today, I broke down in tears looking at this photo and listening to a specific song talking about the path that he was on. The lyrics was talking about the path he was on, and I thought about my boy, and I started breaking down in tears. That was probably around 3 or 4 o'clock earlier today. I said how that all I didn't plan to wake up today and not eat. And so I felt like everything kind of aligned, and I just wanted to, you know, share that with you as well as the audience, and just once again thank you for what you're doing, because it's working out here. So
Man, I thank a lot for you, and I thank a lot in the person of you, or God, Most High, whatever name we call him. He got the best names, and it's not about religion. I just know the people of God, and I know God when I look at him, and I know when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at God. So I don't, you know, you inspiring us more than you know. I'm pretty sure you probably know that as an artist. If you're an artist, you're already spiritually sensitive. Like you spiritually hypersensitive. And if you fasting at the same time, that's one of the reasons why people like you and me, I'm an artist too, that we kind of look for alcohol and weed and stuff because you too sensitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel and see, you know what I'm saying? That's where the depression can come from. Like Solomon say, you know, the path of knowledge, or if you got gifts, it can feel like a curse because you feeling too much. I'm feeling too. I pick up on too much. You know, my antennas is too up there, and everybody else's ain't, and it's almost torture. So unless you got knowledge and revelation and information that anchors you. You need an anchor, you know what I'm saying? Something that's going to tie, is how you anchored and how you feeling good and having you been able to withstand everybody else's dumbness or numbness, you know what I'm saying?
And I realized this is the anchor you can see. That's the difference. I can see it being applied in real time.
Yeah.
A lot of life in my short amount of life, and this is the last one, bro. I know I keep saying that. Upon me cleaning up and going through my stuff today that I didn't I'm doing, I wound up, like Cube said in Bird at Hand, stumbling across my old poetry. Different parts of my life, I would sit and document what I was going through in that moment, and I got out of that habit. But I just happened to find this earlier after I shed tears for my boy. This note I wrote in 2019 at the beginning, and I'm talking about what I was going through prior years, and you can see that word depression right there. And there's things that I've written out that have came to pass in the last few years just by me staying focused. And unfortunately, this specific one hits me in a certain chord because this is January of 2019, and this letter is talking about redemption and pulling myself out of the previous year's depression. And then 2 months later, we was met with the loss of this messenger.
Man.
And that messenger and I had we knew each other in the flesh, and you know, that section over there, bro, I felt that up close. So that put me in that 5 times what I just said I was gonna do. You get what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, bro, I'm gonna have a testimony and I'm gonna display it through my work. And I just want to, give you your salute, and hopefully one day,
ain't no hopefully. That's just will it. It's happening. You already doing it right now. So in real time, let me know how I can support, how I can share whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with your social media, and I hit you in a DM, and anything you want me to share about your art or anything you trying to promote, I'm gonna push it.
Sure. Yeah. If y'all out here in the California, LA area, I do photography, I DJ, I make artwork pieces, I got clothing for sale. Y'all can find me on Instagram at So Many Waves, SOMANY.WAVZ. And then I'm working with immersive entertainment. That's what I want to go into in the future. So just keep on the lookout for that. I'm just keeping my head, trying to be in a clear mind space to just navigate through daily life right now. But that's the end goal, and just do what y'all can, man, because these are the times where y'all need to be able to see through the madness. So that's all, Cam. I want to take up your time. I know you probably been on here a minute before I got on here, but I just wanted to share that with you, bro.
Nah, man, it's my honor, my pleasure, and it's time well spent. No, the opposite of wasted time, because you who we do this for, and it's just good to see that that you on a path that you on of self mastery. You know what I'm saying? Taking control of your own power, your own life. And only thing I would say again is just go get that no flush. And you know what I'm saying? Go get that no flush, and and you'll see. I mean, you already do, but especially if you're a part of a men's health group, especially black men, you know what I'm saying? You are a light for them. You know what I'm saying? A guiding light.
If I can.
Yeah.
If y'all in the LA area, it's called Mental Health is Real Wealth. There it is right there. Brother Des from Inglewood founded it out of one of his friends self-deleted a few years ago, and he was around that specific friend, and his friend didn't tell him. And he created that space specifically tailored for black men. Like I said, our walk of life is different than anyone else on the planet.
Absolutely.
And we typically don't have the finances to go sit down with a therapist. And even if we do, we might be talking to somebody who is like, we might as well be talking to a wall because they can't see life through our eyes. So that's what we typically cater to. He started that in 2023. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary in November of last year. If you're in the LA area, tap into that and just get right, man. Just get right.
Can you put like the little links in the chat for us?
Yeah, for sure.
Like with the URL link.
Yeah, I'll share.
So put your social media in there and put the link to the mental health group, because I want to support all of it.
StreamYard or in the regular YouTube?
On the regular YouTube.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, on regular YouTube.
For sure. All right, bro. Thank you for your time.
Man, thank you for your time, man. God, much love you, bro, and success to you and your family. And anytime you got something to say, man, get on with me. I'm gonna shut up and you got the floor. Whatever you want to talk about.
All right, I appreciate that. All right, bro. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, you too, bro.
Bye.
All right, peace. Man, that's a blessing. Praise is due to the Most High. Yeah. It's the 10th day of Ramadan. I still got to finish my reading. But that's a blessing. That's the food. I'd rather eat that food, you know what I'm saying? The food of testimony and self-discipline and self-struggle. That's KAM-PAIN. Like, it ain't just my pain, but it's Cam, highlighting and being there for our pain. We in this together. The pain is necessary. The pain is a blessing. Even the pain of losing loved ones and losing health and losing our mind a lot of times, but coming back from it to be a living witness, a living testimony of, being dead, mentally dead, and then coming to life in the same body. So that's what makes us the stars. That's what makes us the new and the perfect rulers and the stars, the jewels of God, is because we got that experience. We the diamonds that was produced by eons of time and centuries of hell and heat and fire and affliction and, torment, terror, horror. And we still is beautiful people after all of this. It made us even more beautiful. So salute to brother apostrophe, beautiful brother, beautiful spirit, beautiful struggle, like Tyrese say, beautiful pain. You know what I'm saying? That's real. We all got 5150. All of us got some demons and some craziness because of what we've been through. But that's our, like Kanye said, that's our superpower. That's our badge. That's our stripes. So it ain't just black people neither. It's all people, but we are the inspirations. We the new inspirations and the guides or whatever, because our nature ain't trying to rule and be a dictator or a troll over nobody. We want to share our experience and see everybody else benefit from it. So just because we say black and we the rulers and this and that, it ain't that kind of rulership. Our rulership is more servants. We, like God, we like to serve the people. We like to make sure that people have access to what we have access to. We want freedom, justice, and equality for everybody. But we still have to. You got to acknowledge who the parents are, who the authorities are. But on that note, man, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. This was a beautiful Monday motivation KAM-PAIN live show. Salute to all of the God Squad, Wrench Mob, mods. I see you, SD. Salute SD. I see you. K Solo, Ahmad Jabril, Mac Jones, Sean. I see you, Sean Ruffner. View from Mud TV, K Solo, all the mods, J5. I see you. On that note, man, we're gonna get up out of here, and God willing, we back at it tomorrow. Campaign Live or West Coast Cam. Follow, subscribe, hit the like button. Follow me on or subscribe on my West Coast Cam channel too, my personal channel, if y'all don't mind. Love y'all, man. Peace and blessings. Till tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.